All right, guys, welcome back to this lesson. Okay, so in this particular lesson, we will commence the actual development. In the previous lesson, I showed you how to install the Flutter SDK. All right, so in this lesson, we'll actually commence the development. The first thing I'll do is I'll create a new folder for this project. I wanted to use this. Um, I wanted to use this. Okay, so I've given a name to this project. Let's call it Fudo. Let me rename it. Let me say, okay. Um, uh, the, yeah, it's better. All right, so this is the project folder. I'm going to use a new tool. I don't think I've introduced this to you guys before. It's called Coder, Coder. It's also built on VS Code, right? So it's similar to Cursor, similar to anti-gravity, similar to the other tools. All right, so I'm gonna right click and open with Coda. You can download it, Coder, install it the same way you installed Cursor and the rest that we have explored so far. All right, so I'm opening it right now. So, all right, so I'll click this so that I can have the AI chat box here. And this is what my code will be showing. So this is the directory, public directory. Still loading. Let's wait a bit. Okay, so we agree. Augment code is trying to pop up, so I have to switch back to my Explorer so I can see my directory. Okay, take this off. All right, so let me type the first prompt. Get to work. Build, or let's plan first. You have to start with a plan, so I'll switch this to apps mode. All right. I want to motivate them. Let me check. Let me check the group. I see that patient there. So I'm sure what we are loading. Okay. Multi-vendor food. Let me add ordering and delivery application. Okay. Order food, order and delivery application. To have a web-based admin dashboard, a web-based member dashboard. The user over app. that is user stroke restaurant. That is the actual food ordering app. Okay, let's just call it user app. Yeah. The delivery by mobile application with the Google Map AI. So we are moving one a beautiful and just trying to summarize it. The main backend dashboards for restaurant admin and vendors. Three user over food ordering. And the last thing we are putting on the phone, delivery, delivery man over food delivery. Yeah, we have to specify this. Text tab, Flutter, backend, the database edge functions. All right, that is it. But then before we do this, after I will have to remove allow this to be here to just compare. There's something we have to do first. Remember, we had installed the Flutter SDK, but we have to also install the Flutter extension. So you look for extension. Extension and you search for Flutter. Okay, so this is it. So you install it to be required. And you install it, trust it. It take a little time. All right. Flutter is built on a programming language known as Dart. All right, we can see it here, DART. Okay. Let's install it and get to work. Note that is the first one that I'm installing. All right. All these are extra add-ons, but this is the main one that makes your IDE to support Flutter app development. Okay, so once you see it change to or install, it means the installation has been completed. All right, so in this, what I've typed so far, I'm going to ask not just for the AI to help me build, I'm going to ask it to plan, first of all. So analyze this and plan the budget. Show me your implementation. So see the implementation plan and state all the requirements will help us um, build uh, also states the best picture for this application. All right, so let's start with that. Or okay, it's coming up with a whole lot of stuff. Okay, let's go through it. Okay. I've been using this tool for a while now. What are the issues? But right now, I've run out of credits. So what happens? What do you do when this happens? All right, I'll have to. It's not even expensive. Maybe I should just pay for it. Just to just to USD for the first month. Okay. So they gave me 300 for 2 weeks for the pro, like for the free trial. Not even asking for the card. Now they want me to pay just 2 USD. All right, and subsequent renewal will be $10 from the second. I think it's fair and the price is quite affordable. The tool is actually very good in terms of accuracy, all right, but not as good as augment code. Okay. I will always sing their praise because I'm impressed with how deep it goes to analyze code bases and interpret what you are trying to build. Okay, so let me quickly fund my account and pay this 2 USD so that we can proceed. Subscribe. Okay, so I think I will have to save this first before I proceed to the card. I'm now on the two account. Let me go back and see. And then that will be automatically affected by account. Let's take some time and look at this plan. This is the implementation plan. So analyze and plan your multi-vendor for drilling. Okay, let's break down the requirements. So project overview, web-based admin dashboard, web-based vendor dashboard, user mobile app, Flutter for Flutter, every person, Flutter for food delivery. In the backend, we use the super-based edge functions. We'll have Google Maps integration. And this is the proposed architecture. Yeah. Then the tech stack details. We have the front line. React. Okay. And the Flutter for cross-platform, covering iOS and Android, for state management, integration with Google Map. Then the backend, primary backend will be super-based database with integration, storage, and real-time. Business logic will use a super-based edge functions. Database, of course, PostgreSQL, yeah, super-based authentication, real-time function, that is super-based real-time. Okay, so we just go through it. I'm sure you are reading with me. Then the infrastructure and services, cloud platform, super-based, then the maps, Google Maps, platform API, payment will be, yeah, correct that. You need it to be desktop, not Stripe, not PayPal or Razor. This Firebase plan for notification. Well, I'll have to edit that. and the core feature implementation. Okay, admin dashboard. Okay, so these are just features. We need to waste too much time on all this. Okay, degree, session profile, other sign the navigation. Okay, availability. That is if the delivery person is available. This is good. Just like we have in a Uber or Bolt app. Okay, so checks the availability of that delivery man. Basically, if you can build this application, you can build a ride sharing app, anything that involves moving around. It's the same API and you're using. In the database schema is a design for database. So you can zoom in, look at it. One, two. Then these are the tables, the database tables. Okay. These are tables, the vendors to restaurants. Then the menu items. Yeah. These are the things that will be on the menu, if I'm not mistaken. Then the orders, other items, delivery people, reviews. Okay, so 7 tables. Then the API endpoint structure. Okay, uh, all these are endpoints. Then the implementation plan, phase 1, you have the foundation support. Okay, set up Superbase project. So after I have login, create a project in Superbase. Then I have to set up authentication, create database schema, implement basic code operations. That is create, read, update, and delete, which we have done before. Set up Flutter project structure, okay. Then core functionality, the main user registrations to log in, okay. Develop, creation flow, order creation, add payment. So these are the phases of development of this application. Right. Advanced features, add delivery person, and so on. Publish, right? Key considerations. Scalability, design the database schema and API endpoint to handle implement proper authentication, real-time update, use Superbase real-time, okay? Location, integrate Google Maps for accurate delivery tracking, okay? Payment, processing, location, and all that. All right, so I'm going to talk about some things. How will you, well, let me not do that. Let me go back to, okay, front end. I saw it, I like React and the Vue.js. Front end. Yeah. Yeah, we did that. There's something else I saw that we needed to correct from the receipt. That is, I don't want it, I don't want this one. That's why I'm specifying React. Okay. Or something else I saw. Okay, that's the Firebase. It's kind of expensive. That's why I don't want to bring it in. Um, what no need for Firebase. Well, use those related Firebase. Yeah. What else? Then that should be all. So before I send this last message, I will switch to the event and tell it to proceed. This projects and it's- okay, let me go here. While that is happening, let me go back to the Explorer. So I see what is happening here. All right. So proceed. It does need to be on standby to run all the commands. That's okay, the first thing. Everything is being initialized. It's working on the web first, from what I'm seeing here. Yeah. One of these is happening. Some things are happening already. That's what is here. Still working. Superbase client configuration. Yeah. Basic components for the main dashboard. Yeah, the React components. So in just a few minutes, see how potent our data to become. That I love modules. I think we are almost done with phase one. Yeah, so let's see where we are. So going through this, let's summarize what we have implemented so far and provide a conclusion. Created React admin dashboard, that has been done. Created React vendor dashboard, that has been done. So the next thing is to plan the mobile app of users, delivery persons, design the database schema, multi vendor, implement Superbase edge functions. Okay. Also, we implemented the foundational component of your multi-vendor full ordering and delivery application based on requirement. Comprehensive admin dashboard has been done with React and TypeScript. Responsive layout, collapsible sidebar, okay, developed at the key admin pages, developed with dashboard with an analytics overview, vendors management with crude operations, other management with status tracking, okay, users management, integrated Tailwind CSS, okay, vendor dashboard completed. This is a project structure. All right, so let's see the next steps. While I've completed the front-end implementations, There are several important steps to fully realize your application. Full Flutter mobile app, developing the user and delivery person mobile applications. Super-based database schema, that is designing the complete database structure. Implementing backend business logic, that is super-based edge functions. Then the remaining tabs can be crucial for a fully functional application, between filter, setting up, yeah, integrating Google API, payment processing. So those are the things. Would you like me to continue with any of these steps, particularly focusing on the super-based database? Okay, let's hold on at the Flutter apps. For now, let's finish the web aspect. So let's set up. So let's do this one. Well, I now do this. You know, Google Map API. We give payments. And then shift attention to the mobile development. Yeah. Yeah. So by once we're able to add anything, add our super-based project into this, app will become functional in backend. I don't even want to look at what it has done yet because it will just be the UI, the front end, and all the stuff. All right. So by the time we're able to add these super-based things, we're able to make it functional. It's writing the database schema now. This is the schema. We have to take this code like we did the other time. We have to take this code to Superbase and actually run the migration in our SQL editor, Superbase. So there are two. So this is Superbase schema.sql. This is a sample data. This one will seed sample data into the application. It will not just look empty. Okay, so let's see what has been done. Usually you have to check through in case there is any part that this code that we wanted to do. Of course, they should be once it involves database, and you know that we're using a super base backend each function. So once it gets to this point, you have to know that you migrate, you do some database migration. And so that is why you have to always check through. All right, so 10 tables have been created. I see it's created 10 core tables for users, for vendors, menu categories, menu items, user addresses, orders, and so on and so forth. Yeah, security policies. This is very important. Usually, RLS policy for each table. That is row level security. Okay, ABAP has also been implemented. That is role-based access control for customers, for vendors, for delivery persons, and for admin. So we basically have 4 categories of users in this application. Okay. The remaining tasks in your project are planning. Okay, let's not go in. I don't want to rush the. I want to finish everything well before we start the mobile. There is a task. Let me go back to that task list. Now be sure not omitted anything. Okay, okay, I think that's still really. This is the task list I'm talking about. So this has been done. So this is not learning. So let me continue. Aside the mobile app, I want to be sure we have finished everything. For So what is it saying here? Okay. Implementing super message functions for backend processing. Implementing H functions for server side. Okay. Wow. Let's see. All right. So we have to remove this two. Knowing that these two is still remaining, let me continue step by step. You don't have to. This is serious backend activity in our development, so you don't have to put in too many things to avoid confusion. You know. So I was just say implement this. So with this, okay, so it gave us this guide to walk us through how to set up the super base, which we already know how to do it. So it's just for us to go through. Just reading the guide, right? Okay, so this is it. You create a new project in Superbase. We give it a name, Flutter App. We give it a password. I'll have to follow this naming that is given because it may be something may be depending on it in other parts of the platform. All right, so I have to follow it just in case. Give it a password. We just select the region closest to the user. Create new project. These are things we have done already or done before. Yes, enable UID extension as well. Let's go to SQL editor, run the following query. So we are going to run this query. Okay. Create database tables. All right, so we are going to look for this file that will help us create the tables and run it. Insert sample data, this is it. We're going to look for it and run it. Then I'm going to click run to populate the database with sample data. So all these are the steps that we need to move it forward. We plan to store images, okay? We need to set up storage, okay? Then we need to also configure the environment variables. All right, the environment variables is where we will store our secrets. That is the API keys. All right, our superbase URL. Then our unknown key. Then for the base app which we will use, the API, the secret API keys, we'll not put it in the environment variable. We take it to Superbase H functions, then the secret. So we'll come to all that. So we have a whole lot of work to do. Just take it step by step to finish it, following this Superbase setup guide. We also look at the security policies. So it seems this task has been completed. So let me check through what has been done. I've successfully implemented the edge functions with the multi-vendor. Okay, complete the comprehensive guide for implementing supervised edge functions. Okay, detailed explanation of edge functions, purpose and implementation. Good examples of all key functions. Okay, handles other functions. Okay. So shared utility on all the configuration files, but the supervised CLI. Okay. Proper settings, created, configure generated verifications, the instructions for calling edge functions, examples for that, and so on. Key features implemented. Okay. Payment processing, additional endpoint for payment. Okay. Testing. All right, so it seems this task has been done, but I'm not sure. So I will have to confirm the remaining two tasks before we go into mobile app. Let me ask these two tasks been done. So one, two. So I'll set it. But we don't go to mobile. Let's be sure these are the one. These two tasks have never been completed. But you said you have done everything. So you're right. These two important tasks have not been completed. These are critical features. Yeah, then do it. So that after that, we will now begin to do the super best things. So you stated here that we'll store API keys, the environment variable. We're going to look for that. So from here, it's trying to guide us how to implement the API things, how to get our API. First of all, you need to set up an account in Google Cloud. Okay, set up a project there. Then you now enable required APIs. We need like 5 Google APIs. It's written somewhere on here. About 5 of them. Let me see. All right, look at them. We need a map SDK for displaying Google Map in the mobile app. That's not what you have in Bolt. Shows the map. Then we need Places API for restaurant discovery. We're able to search it and see it. We'll go geocoding API. This one will convert when a user type an address, we convert it into coordinates. And you know the map works with coordinates. Then we will need a direction API. This is the one that will enable navigation, all right, for the especially for the delivery man app, giving direction and all that. Then distance metrics API. This one will be used for calculating delivery distances and times. It will be useful in tracking orders. Where is it now? Is it in a particular street? All right, so a user can check using the order number and track where the delivery person is at the moment. So those are the 5 APIs we will need. All right, so all these are implementation steps. These are implementation steps for these APIs, okay? So now coming back here, the chat box, we can see that this is already also completed. Successfully implemented completed the implementation of your multi-vendor food ordering and delivery system. Here is a summary of what has been done. React admin dashboard has been done. React vendor dashboard, Superbase database schema, Superbase edge functions, Flutter mobile app learning. So this is just a plan. It's not done yet. Google Map integration planning, okay. Payment process planning. All right, so key files that we need right now is this. We need to open it and copy it to Superbase. Then security, we need to open it. It's a documentation. Then edge functions, go through it. Then this is the plan for our mobile application. Okay. Then this is the maps. We have gone through this just now. This is the payment processing plan. Let me look at this. This document aligns the payment. Okay. Primary payment method, credit card, data, wallet account transfer, Stripe, PayPal, Razor. Okay, I didn't specify the payment gateway I need. All right, but basically it's going to be the same thing. It's just a matter of labeling it. This is Superbase. This is a PayStar. This is a Stripe or whatever you want, or PayPal. Same process. Different API keys. What I mean is that we are going to put the key, the same file. All right. PayStar, Flutter Web, Stripe. All right. It's going to the same place. So if your preference is PayStar, the same thing you do PayStar that you also do in Stripe if you are using Stripe. So we're going to do for PayStar. Okay. So all these have been done. Now, to avoid any form of confusion, okay, this is what I wanted to say. I would have prompted the AI agent to give me the exact steps that I, as the user, or I, as a co-founder, because when you are building with AI, you are like a co-founder. So give me the exact steps that I'm going to take right now to fully migrate all that has been built. All right, step without missing any step. So first of all, it says set up your Superbase project using the instructions here. Okay. Deploy the edge function using the Superbase CLI. Configure Google Map API in your applications. Set up your payment processor. Build and deploy the React dashboards. That one will run commands here in the terminal. Implement the Flutter mobile app using the plans provided. Test all components, deploy. It's not detailed enough, but we'll try. All right, so first thing, let's go to Superbase. So we're going to create a new project for this. Superbase.com. All right, Superbase allows you to do 3 accounts, a free plan. If I have a recent account I created where I have only one project, so I'll go to that account. Let me see if this is the account. Okay, so this is the account I'm looking for. So I have an organization called the Addition. So I have one project in there. So I'm going to create a new project. Project name is Flutter App. Okay, I'll give it a password. Okay. I need to change anything here. Nothing really. So I'm going to create a new project. It's creating. All right, so you can see it's very fresh, zero tables, zero functions. Nothing has been done yet. All right, to first thing is to get the project URL. So you can either come to connect or you come to settings, project settings. This is the project ID. All these things are not supposed to be exposed. Right? So um come to API keys. All right, so this is the publishable key because it is required. All these are secret keys. Okay, so but let's go to a non-key. You will need this also. If this is required, it will require a service role key. All right, so these are the things we need. Then where is the project URL? Project URL. To get that project URL, you have to come to connect. Okay. You come to connect app frameworks. All right, so Superbase URL is here from HTTP to CO. Then our Superbase publishable key is here, stops here. Okay, so having done that, let me go back to the project, the environment variable. This is what I'm going to check right now. env, where is it? Oh, seems that's a big, usually in the root directory. Okay, so I've not seen that. Let me apps, or I can create it. So, okay. It's now created.env file. All right, so that has just been created. Where is it? Okay, look at it here. So if that was not created for you, you know that you can come to here, create a new file and call it .env, right? But we need to be careful here, very, very careful, because it's not everything that we are going to put here. You can see starting with the project non-key, these are secret keys actually. Google Map, okay. Stripe, see now that is it, publishable, Stripe publishable keys, Stripe secret keys. Secret keys cannot be here because this is not a server code. This is not a server environment. You can see there's nothing like backend or server here. Normally, if we had a backend code where this .env is inside, then we could add, I talked about this in the other class, to add these some of these secrets. For instance, I cannot bring in my paste secret to this file, paste secret key, this file, because it's open in the browser, can be easily leaked, okay? So now, let's go through what instruction we have been given. I've created with all the necessary parameters for your Flutter application. The file includes Supabase, Stripe, blah, 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 blah. Other third-party services, okay, social login credentials. Okay. You need to replace all the project values corresponding with your actual API keys and credentials. Now, let me get the AI to talk, all right, about the security of putting those keys here. What is the security? What is this safety or vulnerability in or putting my secret keys in this .env file? What are the safety or vulnerabilities? Um, is it right to put store them in this file? Let's see what it will say. Yes, well, you did say I raised an excellent, and I expected it to tell me that look, it's not everything you can put here. Not everything you can put here. These are the list of things that you can put here. These are the list of things you cannot put here. All right, so let's see what it has to say. You raise an excellent and important security question. Storing secret keys that directly in a .env file has significant security implications that need to be understood. Source control exposure. If the env is accidentally committed to version control, the secret becomes publicly exposed. Even if you add it to git ignore, and there is a risk of human error, okay? Anyone with access to your files, servers to file system can read the .env. If your application server is compromised, all secrets are merely accessible. Memory dump, application process, and all this, okay? Data security policies, environment-specific configuration. In different files for different corporate, okay? Secret management services. Instead of .env files, consider, okay, this is what I expected it to say. So we're going to take some of these important credentials to Supabase Edge functions, all right? Okay. Inject secrets of runtime through deployment of this. Okay. I want to take some of these secrets to Supabase Edge secrets section. Read of these of the credentials are safe in the .env instance. But I know that anything public key is okay in the ANB file, right? But secret key, no. That's why I have to move secrets. You're absolutely right to move secret to public information secret section. Here are the credentials that are saved, okay, to keep in the .env file. Okay, things I should move. Okay, so Supabase configuration, Supabase. Okay, so look at it. These are the saved ones. Well, okay, these are the ones that are saved. They are non-sensitive. Supabase URL, Supabase and non-key. That means that if somebody has those secrets, they can't use it to do anything that will make your application vulnerable. Okay, so those two application settings, public API key, that is Google Map API keys, okay, with restricted domain, okay, location specific settings. So then this one should move to Supabase. Supabase service key, okay, move to Supabase. Process payment, especially payment, don't even try bringing it here. Should move to Supabase. All right, and we know all this should move to Supabase. Email should move to Supabase. Now, what happened is that we move it to Supabase. The H functions will pick it from the secret section in runtime. It's not stored permanently in the functions. We pick when the function is running. So that is why it is safe. Okay, so social login secrets, okay, database credentials, monitoring, okay. So basically I will move most of them to that place. Now, this application will rather use best app and not other listed payments gateways. So now, let me accept the file. Okay. What next do we need to do? Let's start so it says here the public key is safe to keep in .env, but secret key has to go to base app. Use server-side operations. All right. Then let's quickly start updating. First of all, Supabase project. So you go to Supabase and look for the project URL. Click connect. App framework is there. From HTTPS to CO. Bring it in. When you have Supabase project URL, you paste it. By that you have connected this project to Supabase. All right, then they are non-key. We say it is safe. Yes, a non-key is safe. So I copy that also. Wait, hold on. This is the one we need. This is a non-key, non-public key. It's public, so it can go on the Supabase. It can go on the code. It's a public key. So only public keys are permitted to come here. Then Google Map API, we need to look for this. Paste that public key can come here. Let's make those there. All right, so what next? All right, so the next thing we are going to do is let's get a paste app public key and put here temporarily. I think I have a public key somewhere to just bring in for the now. Do I need to? It's a minute. Okay. All right. Let's start. Let's get something. All this has to be done for real. We'll just say go and get your PayStamp API. So let's do it. And you see that everything can actually work. You know, can work, can be done, and you can be the one doing it. So all you have to do is to watch me do it and make effort to also do it. Don't just watch it, do it. It's in doing that you gain mastery. All right, so these are test keys. I'm going to, this is the public key. So I will bring this in, put it here. So that is that. For the secret key, I'll take it to the other platform. That's to superplace. All right, so I think we are good on this. What is important here now is the Google Map API key, which we are going to look for shortly. Okay. All right. Now let me just go to Google. That is, you go to this platform called console. That is for the Google API, console.cloud.google.com. All right, when you come to this platform, you have to be logged in with your Gmail. I'm logged in, as you can see. Look at the top right. You have to log in. I have created applications here already. That is this API keys already for some applications. So I will just click here. All right. For my case, I will have to click on new project here. So I'll click on new project. I'll give it a name. I'm trying to be consistent. Flutter Was it underscore Flutter app? Yes, so click on create. Yeah, it's creating my Flutter application. All right, select this project. So I will select this one. It has switched from what it was before to this. Okay, so we are going to really look at this left pane, this dash. So first of all, you know that you have to, for you to really use this API, you have to add a card to in billing. So you come to billing. All require that you add a card before you can use the APIs. All right, so link a billing account, create billing account. Continue. So if you really want to really last in what we are doing, you need to create a card. You are in for business. You need to create a card that is acceptable globally, right? And I recommended GPay or you can also use a what is it called, cheaper card or any other card. There are several of them in the Google Play Store. All right, so I've added a billing account. How would you like to get started today? Create build production ready solutions. I think that is my option. Next, what do you want to create? All these are just preambles. They are not really why we are here. But they want, since it's a requirement, we have to follow through. What do you want to do with Google Cloud first? So this is what we are doing. Or should I choose this rather? This is close, a bit closer to what we are doing. Integrate Google Maps APIs. Done. Okay. So we now have a billing account. All right. We want to manage it. Okay, click here. All right. They have sent me a code to confirm. Okay. That is for verification. They have sent me a code, rather, not really a code, an email. The email contains tutorial and other things. So I'll click on one of the buttons there. They can confirm the owner of the account. So after that, I will refresh this so that it can become very active. Need to get that API so that our app can be complete. So I'm going to refresh this, having verified my account. Okay. So my account is, the status is active. So I will come back here. I'm looking for API and services. Look at it, API and services. All right, so when you click that, you go over on it, you go to library, first of all, go to library. Now you need to remember the list of APIs that you need. What we are going to do, remember we talked about 5 API, Google APIs. We're going to search each of them. Look at them. This is the API library containing all of Google's API for us to integrate. Okay. So we are going to look for the ones that there are so many. It should be up to 1,000 or so. Look at it, only public API is 500, all these private and so on. So I'm going to search for those 5 APIs. The first one is called, did I even copy them? Joe code. We need Joe code. It was okay. So video coding API, okay. So it came out. All right. So once it comes out like this, what do? You open it. So our aim is to enable it. That is all that we're going to do with it. So we have enabled geocode. The next thing we are going to do, we go back to the library. The second one was places API. I think we also have maps SDK. Then we also have direction API. All right. So this is my API key. I can copy it and keep somewhere. All right. This time with Google Map API. I can copy it and keep somewhere. But then I don't want to leave here yet. Okay, restriction to I won't apply this restriction yet. Later. Let me finish what I'm doing. Let me enable all the APIs we need first. Because it's only the one you enable that will be active in your application. All right. So okay. So you come back to, okay, this is, come back to API and say, oh, this is the API library. Search for the second API, places. Need places. Places. Okay, so this is places API. We have done geocoding. This places. Which one is new again? The new version of the places features. Okay, this one contains 200. Let's go for the new one. So we're gonna enable it. So you keep enabling till you get the complete list of all the APIs. Okay, so we have enabled places. The next one is where is it? Okay. The next API we need now is it's called directions API. Come back to the library. Directions API. I will have to go back to that code before I've forgotten the fifth one. It was geocoding, places, direction, and maps SDK. What other one? I have to check the code. Okay. Then the fourth one is called map SDK. So I'm coming back here. Stage for it. Maps SDK. Okay. Now, I think I will hold on for this one. When we implement the mobile application, we'll come back here and enable these ones. All right. Well, let me confirm the fifth one to see if we will need it in this web version. We towards the beginning, the very beginning, when we started the planning. I can just say list again. I don't want to stress scrolling up. Good type stress. Yeah. the 5 Google APIs we need for this application. Because I need already gave us. I can pick the last one I forgot. Okay, so I'm seeing. Okay, so Google Map SDK, Google Places, we've done that. Google Code, geocoding, we've done that. Direction, we have done direction. Okay, this is a distance matrix for tracking. This is for tracking. So I'll just copy. Oh, let me not copy. I copied something earlier. So let's do a Google distance matrix API. See how easy. Once you type the first word, thing will just come out at once. So here it is. Just click it, allow it to open, enable it. So it is only the map SDK that is device specific, either Android or iOS. So since we have not built the Android and iOS version yet, I will allow it. When we are done, we'll know where to put it. So I don't want to copy and keep or something. Okay, so having set and enabled all the needed API, then you go back to API and services, that same place. Then you go back to API and services. Now, this time you don't go to library, go to credentials. Go to credentials. When you come to credentials, you create credentials. Hold on. So you just create credentials. What you need is API key. This one you are seeing, we will actually need this much later because we want your application to use a Google login. You log in with Google, sign up with Google. This is what you need to configure. So for now, what we need is to identify this project with an API. Okay, so we can call it Flutter App, yeah, through a service account API calls made by this key will authenticate as the bound service account. This also is about access from APIs. Okay. Um, let's select it. Okay, so then we scroll down. This is a kind of restriction anyway. Let me see what happens. I will unselect it for now. Not very sure of that feature yet. So restrict your key to reduce security risks. All right, so if we are building for 3 platforms actually, so there's no need to restrict any of these keys. All right, there's no need to restrict it. If you're building for web, restrict it to web. There's no restriction limit and API keys usage, so that somebody will not go and use it with Android and all the stuff. But we are actually creating for the 3 platforms. Okay. Here, API restriction. API restrictions specify the enabled APIs that this key can call. So if we click on this restrict, it will only be limited to the ones we have enabled, no other API. But if we keep it open, I'll keep it open for now. So let me create the key. Okay. This key is unrestricted to prevent unauthorized use. Recommend. Now, you also should understand the security reasons why they're asking us to restrict, which I believe you do. All right. Okay. So if there is need for such restrictions, go ahead and do it. But for now, I don't think I will have to restrict. So best practices, restrict your API, delete unneeded API, delete and recreate your API keys periodically. If it says that there's any compromise somewhere, just immediately come and delete it and create it again. It's just for you to come to this same place and click create credential. The other enabled ones, you leave it. Those ones are enabled until you go and disable it yourself. All right, so that is that. But before I create this, I copied something. I want to see it's the same thing that I copied. So I pasted it on my browser and it's not the same. So I'll do that. So I can copy it. This is what we actually need. All right, it's a secret key. All right, it's a secret key. So it's not going to be in. It's not going to be in a. Should it be here? Okay. Nice. All right, so that has been added. Now, what we are going to do right now is to migrate the age functions to Supabase one after the other. Firstly, let's look for the files that has functions. Starting with this one, database schema. Select it, select all, copy it, take it back to Supabase. I think we are done with the Google API for now. You come to SQL editor, paste the code, and run it. Success. We go for the next one. That is sample data. Copy everything, Control A to select, Control C to copy. Bring it here. Test it. And you run it. What this will do is to create tables for the first one, then the second one will seed demo data into our application to make it look good. If you come back to the project overview, you see that we now have 10 tables. Of course, the data, come to table editor, you will see the tables. Look at them here. Our application is gradually taking shape. Each functions is where we add our secret keys. Okay, I told you about this. So you come to each function, that's the next thing we are doing. All right, if you want to run a general function, okay, you want to run a general function, you come to Supabase CLI, what's it? No, you click deploy, click via editor or via CLI and run it. But in this case, we just want to add our secret credentials. Let's start with paste that secret key. So I'm going to, I think I have opened it here. So this is the secret key. Just copy it. Test key, if you like, see it. Can't do anything with it. Just for testing on payment. All right. So paste it. After pasting it, you have to save it. So anything that looks like a secret key, bring them here. Anything that is a secret key, this is where you paste them. Give it a name as applicable. For instance, this is for my email sending. This resend API key. Paste that Supabase. This is service role key. We need to put it. Okay, we have it. So we'll go to Supabase. I didn't copy it, so I have to copy it first. I click on connect. It's gonna be here. Service role. I didn't want to leave this place, so I'm going to go to project settings to be able to see it. Service role key is under API keys. We come to either publishable or legacy and none. to find it. Okay. So for this project, look for the service room. All right. So this is a non, but this one is public. So, but this one will have to be secret. So copy. I'm taking it back to H functions, secrets, service row, paste it. Okay. Name must not start with. Okay. Okay. All right. So I don't need to add this actually. I don't need to because it's already in super base. All right. I don't need to add this. It's already there. This will work for external API keys like resend. That is, what is in Superbase is already there. Like all these are non-public, service-based, and all those stuff that are in Superbase already. So I don't need to run this again. Okay, so with that, let's go back and check again. What do we need to do again? What do we need to do that we have not done? We have quite done a whole lot of stuff already. But let me go and check the task list again. So this we have done. This we have done. We don't need Stripe, so we have used between Stripe, PayPal, Razor, we have used PayStar. All right, did we update our public key for PayStar? Let me check the EMP again. Okay, we have done. So we have these three has been covered by PayStar. Then settings, well, this is it. So we don't have this data yet. All right, the tax rate, which we apply in our course, minimum order amount, minimum maximum delivery radius. So let's just keep it as with the default. I wouldn't use Firebase. All right, social login can always be done later. So the key things have been done, right? Yeah, key things have been done. Uh, I will report and get to know if there's any more thing. I want I want Coda to check through, all right, if I've done it right, and give me a go ahead to proceed to the next thing. I've violated the SQL schema and the sample data. I have updated the env file. I have added paste secrets. Kindly check through and if everything okay. Also states what next need to do. Continue to testing. All right, so this is the response. Checking through. Let's verify what are you verifying? First, status of implementation. Let's check the content of the Flutter App directory. Let's check the superbase directory. Let's check blah blah blah. Check. Once it's okay what we have done, we'll now go to the terminal. Let me open the terminal so we can start testing. Okay, so let's see what it's saying. Based on my review of your setup, here is what I can confirm. What should do next? If successful migrated, okay. The environment is properly updated. Okay. Secret management, you have added pay staff secret, okay. Project structure, all components are in place, okay. Issues to address, incomplete age function, okay. The update order status function is still a placeholder, okay. Missing pay staff integration, age functions don't yet use pay staff for payment. The next steps, complete age function implementation. There's database connectivity, Superbase configuration, there's admin dashboard, there's vendor. So all these ones are tests. Then before we begin, okay, I want to quickly see these two steps. Incomplete age function, missing test app integration. So how do we fix this? Can you give me the exact age function file to take to Superbase? Can you fix the test app integration because I have added the secret and public already. So he has promised to fix the two issues. Seem to like this coder, just like I like augment group. Very good. We can notice so far we don't really have too much errors that we used to have in some other tools. These errors are basically errors simply because we define basically we doesn't recognize dino imports. However, these files will work when you want to superbase. Yeah, issues fixed. I think we fixed both issues you mentioned, updated the update other status function with the completed, we did proper baseline processing, added baseline integration. Why, we didn't state from beginning that we wanted baseline. That's why it's doing this now. We have done it alongside with others. Files ready for Superbase. All the files you need to deploy to Superbase are now in the Superbase deployment directory. Okay, so we're going to deploy this. Create other edge functions. So all these are functions, not Superbase migrations. Please take note of that. We're going to deploy them as edge functions. So I'm going to start from the first one. Create order.txt. I'll select it and move it to Superbase. Okay, already the edge functions. So functions. Apply new function. Let's use editor. I'm going to remove this one. Deploy it. What was the name of that function? Create dash order.ts. So you give it that same name. Look at where you type the name here. Under function name, small letters. Create dash order.ts. TypeScript. So you deploy. Successfully deploy. Look at it here. So for the second one, come back to functions. Learn new function. Here editor. Copy the second one. Order. You copy. Select all. Copy. You select, remove, paste. What was the name? Update order status.ts. So you give it the name, the same name. Update dash order dash status dot ts. Update order status. Are you done? Then the last one is the process payment.ts. That's the last function we're deploying. So I copy it and bring it here via editor. Select and remove these ones. Check the name, process payment.ts. Process payment.ts. Process payment.ts. All right, so we have successfully deployed the three functions. With that, I believe we are good to go. So npm install. All right, this is showing error. Let me see how we can quickly fix that. So So I'm just typing this because virtually running out of time. And shutting down at the office right away. So I don't want to make any error. Instead, let me allow the AI to run the commands for us. Okay, so the things I was supposed to follow the npm install, which I didn't do. That's what the AI is going to do now. Running the npm now. Well, we have not started the Flutter and I mean the Android, the user app and the delivery app yet. So all this is just for the web backend. All right, so this is going to be the part one. Once we're able to get a preview, we'll prepare for the second part, which is part two, in the mobile application. Okay, so we're starting the development server. All right, now to show us a preview of what we have built. All right, so we are almost. So we are, the server is starting. Even did a look for us. We go to 051 to the PNG, see what it looks like. Yeah, this is quite intensive. We're going to get to the very last point. We will actually preview the application and build the APK or AAP files that will be published to the Google Play Store and Apple App Store. So let's see the web preview. Okay, so this is it. This is what we have been working on. All right, so this is the vendor dashboard. I think it's still loading. Okay, it's ready. Exactly. This looks very basic, man. They should have used a either course or augment code for this. It's too basic, and there are so many things that are not there. Okay, let me log out and see what is going to happen. Yeah. Let me see. Clearly, it's not as impressive as I wanted. So it's serving admin dashboard on a different port. Let me see them. Serving them on different ports. 3001 is admin dashboard. Let me see. Okay, so this is vendor. This is admin. This is the vendor again. He is restarting the two dashboards again. Okay. This is the admin dashboard. Vendors. Okay, you can add a vendor. Okay. Others. Got the others. Okay, message, computer. Not bad. And this is the users. So this is the delivery persons. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. But we're going to improve it. All right, so this is what we've been able to do. All these are demo which I'm going to eventually clear them and activate or delete. This is good. I'll add a vendor from the back end. But there's something I expected that I'm not seeing yet. If I log out, we try. This is not working. This is a good vendor. Where is the user? Okay, the user will be in mobile. Okay, so these are the two things that's built for us. I expected a landing page, a beautiful front end before the authentication. Because I'm going to use a form to get in. So I'm going to ask for that. I'm going to ask for that. So I can, the routing can be user friendly, right? As you're visiting the site, you land on the page, a beautiful page with two buttons that tells you to download the application either in Play Store or Apple App Store. After that, it now gives vendors sign up, vendors authentication. Vendors can sign up, but users will not sign up. Users will be prompted to download the app. All right. So that is what we are going to do next on this particular web-based application. All right, but I know that web is not pretty a big deal. You can actually build this web with Lovable to have something beautiful. If you want something beautiful, because one thing about Lovable, it will give you beauty, it will give you aesthetics. Okay, you can build a web with Lovable, connect it to a super-based project, then take the backend down to either this coder or cursor or augment to build it to be good. Then for mobile, Techfields, these are our two. Right? But from what I'm seeing, I may have to change this tool. May have to switch to either augment code for that mobile app. All right. So, so this is it. So it has built two applications, I mean, two dashboards for us, which is development service, which is vendor and admin dashboard. So it's telling us what it has done. You can preview both applications. So these are actually different applications. Okay. You can preview both applications and how to access it. You can preview both applications using the preview browser. Okay. Buttons that click vendor dashboard and all that. The mobile app users have a delivery app planned, but not yet implemented. They will build using Flutter as documented in the Flutter app plan. Then H function app for processing, status update and paste implementation, paste implement integration are ready for deployment. Okay. So it's telling me that those things are ready. Go application now ready for testing. Is there any landing page that talks about the application and give links for vendors to enroll? Also give links for users and delivery apps to the delivery then to click Google and iOS icons to download the mobile apps. Kindly view a beautiful front and welcome page that talks about AI and allow for proper users navigation. So you didn't create this. I will create a beautiful front-end welcome page for your Flutter application that introduces the application and provides navigation links to delivery personnel. That's what I expected from the onset. If you notice, I didn't mention admin. So admin doesn't enroll from the front end. Okay. Admin account is a back-end thing. Shouldn't even be found in the code. Okay, so the front end is ready. So I can click is on 8,000. Is 8,000. So yeah, wow, it's good, it's good, it's good. But I wouldn't want it to include the admin login button. So I'll remove all that. Okay. So this is it. You can see all these have been done. Okay, it's a single page. Application, not bad, not bad. It doesn't have to be complex. For this kind of thing, simplicity would cut it out. Yeah. Okay, there's an issue there. I'll fix that. It's a simple prompt. Then I'll remove this button, admin login. All right, so guys, you can see how it works. We have done the web backend. Once somebody clicks this, it should enroll the person, and that person should be able to log into the admin, no, sorry, the vendor dashboard. Admin, you don't need to enroll. So that this will be removed. That is that. So with that, we can now say you are done with the web part of this project. And we'll now look at how we can do the mobile application in the second part. This is a simple fine linear. I think it's good. It's not bad, but it's still join as a vendor. Download the app. This is what I wanted. Scrolling down and see. We'll replace this with the actual. It's still good. It's still good. And this will be the app screen because we have not built the app yet. If not, we have done the screen of the app here showing a delivery or a user app in that. So those are the things that are remaining. But the database will be the same. That will make the data consistent. Okay. So that is that. See you in the next lesson.